Hey, it's Alex. Sorry it's taken me so long to get another video posted. I've been really busy. Um, Anyways, I've just been listening to a lot of new albums from, Screamo metal genre, and I've just been noticing a lot of bands have become sellouts, so I'm just making a video to um, express my opinions as to who's become a sellout in their past release or whatever. So I don't want anyone to, be offended at my opinions. I still like a lot of these bands. So yeah, here are bands that I think have sold out. Alright, and also I'm going to be talking about a few bands whose latest release I didn't think was necessarily going in a direction where they've sold out, but just too big of a change to be the same band, in my opinion. So, alright, I guess I'm gonna go in alphabetical order. So, first off, I'm gonna talk about All That Remains. I don't know what caused such a big, well, it wasn't even a big change, but just the lack of, screamed vocals on their new album, For We Are Many, was just kind of disappointing. I mean, if you listen to some of their older stuff, even just Overcome was still a pretty solid metalcore album. Obviously, The Fall of Ideals was really, really, really good album, in my opinion. So I don't know what caused the big change. Maybe it was, obviously they probably got very popular after the song 6 was put on Guitar Hero 2. So I don't know really what happened there. I didn't even get that album because I listened to all the previews on iTunes, looked at all the reviews, and most of them were saying, they were very disappointed, that they'd been fans from the beginning, and they were very, very disappointed with this album. So I've got to say, I saw them live with Lacuna Coil, and I thought they were great, amazing show. So it's really sad that I have to say that I feel that they've sold out. Okay, next I'm going to talk about Atreyu. Now, I haven't seen them live yet. I'm going to see them actually in a week from today with Bless the Fall of Chiodos. So it's interesting that, well, just in my personal experience, seeing where they've played live, they've played at, at this really big place called the Roy Wilkins. I guess if you're from Minnesota, you know what I'm talking about. But then now they're headlining at the Caboose, which is a very small venue, relatively speaking. But so that'll be interesting. But anyways, I was introduced to them 2006, 2007. Got a couple songs by them, suggested by a friend at school. But I was like, okay, this is a solid metalcore band. Songs like let's see, off the Lead Sails, Paper Anchor album, The Curse. Those were all good albums. Then Congregation of the Damned came out, that album. I forget when that came out, but just hearing Storm to Pass, I was like, this isn't the same. This isn't as heavy as they used to be. This isn't the same, their screamers not as present, it seemed. And so that was, although I'm not that into them, I don't have a bunch of songs by them, but so I can't say I'm all that right in saying this, but hearing the songs that I heard before Congregation of the Damned, I've witnessed a big change in this new album. I don't know what the reasons behind that are. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they are like live, or even what they play, I guess. I don't like when bands, come out with a new record and then just play all the stuff off that, especially if it's a big change. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, Treyu, in your latest release, I feel that you've become mainstream. Sorry. Alright, next is very, very hard for me to say. Avenged Sevenfold. This was the first metal band that I started listening to. Let's see, 2006. So I started listening to them around the time they were starting to get really big with the release of City of Evil. So I thought of them as sort of, like a really awesome band, really great, guitar solos, obviously. I started listening to some of their older stuff. I was like, wow, this is different. It's still really good. So I would say over the years I became more of a fan of their older stuff. Waking the Fallen. Before that, I had been listening to them for about a year and a half when their I guess, not new anymore, but their self-titled album came out. I was like, alright, so it's a little bit lighter, a little bit different approach. I still thought it was, good. I loved the song Afterlife, critical acclaim. And then over the years I got into some more heavier stuff, and I just kept looking back and seeing, from Waking to the Fallen to City of Evil, there was a change. It was a big change. I mean, it stopped, going from like this Screamo to like this, sort of like shredding band, to, this still sort of like shredded, this awesome like guitar-wise band that was using a lot like lighter stuff. And then Nightmare came out, and I had been sort of not really excited for it. I mean, kind of, but I wasn't really. I just knew something was going to be wrong with it. I mean, especially after the death of their drummer, the Rev, in almost a year ago now. So I heard that new album, and everyone was like, oh, they've got screaming on it again. It's really great. And I was like, yeah, well, it's after listening to the album, it's one song, and it still wasn't the same as Unholy Confessions, or I mean, if you want really great Avenged Sevenfold, listen to Unholy Confessions or I Won't See You Tonight Part 2, Radiant Eclipse, Second Heartbeat, something off that album, because that was a really great album. So I've been wanting to say this in a video for a while, but Avenged Sevenfold is just, it breaks my heart to say it, but Avenged Sevenfold has become such a sellout. I can barely listen to them anymore, even though I'm wearing their shirt, which I guess is appropriate for the video. But sorry, Avenged Sevenfold, but you've sold out in my opinion.